Yes, sir. Vibe Show 97.9. Listen, I told y'all I had a treat for y'all, man. I'm talking about amazing, amazing, amazing is what we're about to do. This guy right here, you want to talk about an amazing story, just an amazing human being, period, man. I'm talking about, I am so excited about this interview tonight. I'm telling you, it's mind blowing. It's amazing. If you're ready to be amazed all the way around the board with talents and just an all around great person, man, listen, y'all get ready for the one and only Emmanuel Kelly. Get my guy in here, man.
What's up?
What's up, man? Man,
what's going on?
What's up, man? I'm excited, man. We finally doing this.
I'm pumped. You know, you have the exact same beard as my manager, and I always say to him, that is an absolute legendary beard. How long did he have to water that beard to grow it out beautifully?
Man, thank you so much for that, man. Wow, man. Look, it's crazy because I had a couple fans of yours, man, that which you got like 65 fan emails in, like with different questions and stuff. But they had one fan that was trying to he was like, yo, this guy's amazing. It's like, I can't find this Instagram page. They got the ones that they have. That's not him. I know this guy don't have 500 followers. There's no way possible.
So check this out. My Instagram about 3 weeks ago was hacked. And
what?
It was hacked. Anyway, cut a very long story short, I have a new Instagram page now. It's the Emmanuel Kelly, and it's now on the thing. So come check me out, learn more about my story, and follow this crazy wild adventure that I'm on.
Man, now man, you've told this story a lot of times, man. I want to go back just a little bit, because like you're in an amazing space right now, and so many different amazing. It's been an amazing journey, and the thing about it that's just amazing to me, man, is overcoming adversity, man, and different obstacles that may have been that you may have been faced with along the way. Can we just go back just a little bit?
Absolutely. My story starts as a child, as a kid in Iraq. I always dreamed of becoming a Chippendale dancer. No, I'm just I'm just playing. No, I'm originally from Iraq. I was found in a box in a park in Iraq by some soldiers, taken to an orphanage where I was then raised there for the next 7 to 8 years of my life. And when I was found on a battlefield. And this park was kind of like a battlefield in Iraq.
Right.
And I was taken to this orphanage, raised there for the next 8 years of my life, experiencing and seeing some of the worst of mankind, executions, gunshots, the whole package. And then eventually I was taken to Australia, brought out by this incredible woman, Emmanuel Kelly. And when I was brought out to Australia, I got to experience love for the first time, real truth. Right. I got to learn how to love myself and embrace who I am, embrace the way I look. In Iraq, it was all about survival. That was the reality. In Iraq, it was all about survival. It was all about, learning how to just live that next day. Because every day, hearing bombs and gunshots and seeing executions, you wonder to yourself, are you going to be the next person? Right. Are you next on that list? And so coming out to Australia was a huge life changer. And that story alone is a crazy, wild story in itself. Right? But coming out to Australia was a huge life changer in itself, right? So, coming out to Australia was a huge life changer in itself. And learning how to walk for the first time, use a knife and fork, learning how to love myself, having multiple surgeries, learning how to hold a cup just like a bottle, just like this. You know, it's a simple thing,
Right.
the things that we take for granted. Anyway, cut a crazy long story short, I ended up going on a TV show, X Factor, at the age of around 17, but because I don't know how old I am, I could have been like 45 going on the show, but I doubt it. Or 10. I mean, I'm the height of an 11-year-old, so who knows? But I went on X Factor and performed Imagine by John Lennon, and kind of the rest is history. You know,
Right. You killed it. I went back and watched that amazing episode. You know, I heard that you had to be your family had to convince you to do it.
You know, it was funny. I wanted to go on this show, right, for ages, and my mom, it's actually the other way around. I had to convince my mom to let me on the show because she's like, Emmanuel, you can't go on this show, because I had a bunch of, failed tests that year. I was terrible at school, I'll admit it, right? I failed tests at school. I was going to get suspended that year. Things weren't. Right? And mom made me a kind of a deal, and she said, look, if you work hard, focus, get good grades, I'll let you on the show. I got good grades, got on the show. But a year prior to that, I auditioned for Australia's Got Talent. Sorry, for 2 years in a row. I auditioned for Australia's Got Talent twice, didn't make it in. And then the third time lucky, I auditioned for X Factor and I made it in. And it was, I hit the table so hard it broke. I was that excited, It was exceptional, yeah. And it wasn't so much because I got on the show and things like that. I had a dream, right? And my dream was to be the first differently abled pop success and just be a pop artist, right?
Right.
My dream was to get a kiss from a girl, right? So I saw an opportunity to kind of execute these dreams, both dreams in one go.
Right.
I went on the show, and I never wanted to inspire people or do any of that sort of stuff. It kind of just became a duty that kind of was put on my shoulders after the show went viral. And the funny part about it, after the episode went viral, the funny part about it is I wasn't even meant to sing Imagine that. I was meant to sing Home by Michael Bublé.
Come on.
Yeah, I was going to pull out some Corona voice. I don't know what that style of, I don't know, it's called something else probably. But, I was going to pull out some jazz looks and all that sort of stuff. And they came in and they said, hey, Emmanuel, you're not supposed to, you can't sing Imagine, you can't sing Home by Michael Bublé. It's Imagine you got to sing. And I'm like, yeah, but I haven't practiced or sung Imagine for years.
Right.
And they said, well, you got 5 minutes. Here's the computer, start practicing. And so I went on that stage and I sung the song. And I was definitely surprised. I think everyone was surprised with the way it turned out in the end, and how well it turned out, and the success. It was exceptional, and it was incredible. And before I knew it, I was touring and with amazing people, signed to, and then eventually Coldplay, and now just recently with my new song at Kelly Clarkson show. So and with you guys.
Exactly, man.
Show.
Yo, like my thing is, man, like what is that experience like? Because what was the experience like? Because you went to regular school or you did homeschool?
Yeah, no, I went to regular school.
What was that experience like? Because kids can be brutal.
Kids can, man. Kids can totally be brutal. There was this one kid in school in primary school who just would not stop bullying me. Like he was your ultimate bully. He would just bully and bully and bully. I don't know why, but I just kept loving him back. It was kind of weird. And I'm trying to be friends with him, even when he bullied me.
Right.
Instead of letting it down. But one day it just crashed me, and it crashed me bad. And I remember going up to him and I asked him, why do you do this to me? What's the reason you do this?
Right.
He says, what do you mean? I go, well, there's got to be a reason. You don't just bully someone like me or anyone for no reason. There's got to be a reason.
Right.
He says to me, my dad beats me up at home. And I'm like, And from that day onwards, we became mates, and it was,
Right.
and
Right.
we bonded, and it was nice, man. And then anyway, so then I got into high school, and that's when I think the serious bullying began, because it was more, at that point, it was more, they judged me for the way I looked, right? Girls would,
Right.
I don't know, were you allowed to swear a little bit here or not?
Oh no, you go ahead. Go ahead. You good.
So girls, you know, girls would be real bitches to me, and guys would be absolute just dicks, you know, and
Right.
they would insult me and hurt me for absolutely no reason. And it was just not nice, you know, and it was mean. And it would be things like, you know, you know, I'd be trying to flirt with a girl, and they go, you have no chance, man. You're missing an arm. You know, that's never going to happen. Or you got no chance. You're missing a leg, or whatever it is. And I'm thinking to myself, well, hang on a minute. I got a pretty good looking face.
Right.
I'm a good guy. And even if I didn't have the greatest looking face, it looks is a matter of perception anyway, right?
Exactly.
Sure, I could be good looking. And I felt that a lot of the time, the girls that did maybe have a thing for me or crush, there was this super massive insecurity in who that person liked, and so therefore they would judge that person based on the norm that's created in that society and
Right.
in that social circle. And so anyway, one day after X Factor, long after X Factor, after I'd experienced, and we'll talk more about it, after I experienced tons of discrimination and all this sort of stuff, one day I just looked at myself in the mirror and I said, what happened to that kid in Iraq who had balls, who would survive no matter what happens in his life? And I asked the big question. I said, hey, Emmanuel, is it any of your business what anyone thinks about you?
Right.
And I turned around the next day and I punched the mirror and I said, no, it's none of my business what anyone thinks about me. It's only my business what I think about myself. I love who I am.
Right.
I embrace this. I embrace this. I embrace this. I embrace all of me, right? And the reality is I can do anything. Everyone can do whatever they choose to do. And so that message just kind of stuck into my brain and kept pushing myself, and I got love behind me, right? And that kind of just kept pushing me forward in my career and my future, you know.
Man, I love that. Like, you know, that's inspiration in itself. And I just, you know, I felt that was very important to put that message out there for anybody that may be going through bullying or feeling discouraged or anything like that. You know what I mean? I just think that that's strong. You know, seeing the turnaround though, going from that space in life to having this amazing thing that just this life-changing experience. What did that do for you mentally though? Because like, you know, I know you was in one space, and then you know now you go from being bullied, looked at a certain type of way and all this, to like, oh, you're the greatest thing in the world. Like, oh wow, they don't even see the, you know, the flaws or anything like that anymore. It's like, man, this is amazing. Like, what is that like? Because mentally that could also be, you know, a roller coaster for someone who's not prepared.
Massive, man. I mean, it was, so for the first year, money was rolling in, life was great, we were doing awesome, like everything was great, you know.
Right.
And then it kind of became the you know, after that, right? It for the first year and a half, everything was on board. And then I came out to the US and I started touring, and I did a bunch of shows. You know, we sold out MGM Grand Arena, and it was nuts, right?
Right.
1,000 people screaming at you. But then I don't know what it was, but it wasn't so much the people that kind of drove me to a different psychological level. It was the industry itself. I started meetings with record execs and management companies and agencies and even television shows. And their response was, even marketing firms, right? Their responses were, no, we can't do anything with you. I said, why is that? And they'd go, well, because, you know, you're missing an arm, you're missing a leg, and we don't know what to do with that. And, you know, you're a one-hit wonder and that's it. And you're never going to make it. And, you know, but because you've got a disability, you don't fit in this industry.
Wow.
Right? Some would say that. Then others would say things like, well, because of your Arab heritage and because you were found in Iraq, we don't want people to think that we're supporting or helping Iraqis that may have terrorist pasts.
Oh my God, are you
could
serious?
Be terrorists. And I'm like, first off, I'm in the US, right? If I would be some kind of bad person, I would have been arrested before I even got into the country.
Absolutely.
So out on that one, right?
Right.
And second of all, who are you to judge? Just because I'm a Middle Eastern, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm a kid who was found in a box on the border of 3 different countries. For all I know, I could be Spanish, all right? Mexican or Italian or African. Like, who knows, right? I could be African for all you know, right?
Right.
And I said to them, you know, first off, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, right? Mm-hmm. Second of all, the fact that you're just saying that to me, it's like saying a black man can't make it in the industry because he's black. It's the exact same thing, right?
It's the exact same thing. You're
discriminating against someone who is of a different heritage because he's of a different heritage, and that was wrong. And so but before I had the ability to stand up for myself and take charge, you know, now I go into a room and I say, okay, before we start, are you serious or are you curious?
Right.
Do you care whether I'm an Arab? Because if you do, I'm calling up CNN or I'm calling up someone right now and telling them you do. So you got 2 choices here. You either have a serious conversation or you just tell me you're not interested and don't make a bunch of crap up about Iraqi or whatever it is, right? That's what I do now. Back then, I was 19 years old. I had no idea what the heck was going on. I was trying to do myself. I had managers that were sharks who would steal money from me because, you know,
oh man.
I mean, I had the worst experience, in my opinion. I had tons of people have experiences like that, right? I think it makes you stronger in a way. Shouldn't happen, but it makes you stronger in a way. And so at that time, that crumbled me humongously because Iraq wasn't a psychological mind stuff, right? Mind destroyer. It was toughness. It was brute. It was survival, right? LA and Hollywood in this industry, the entertainment industry, and experiencing discrimination is a whole different ballgame. It's more than just psychological, right? And the one thing my mom always used to say is words hurt more than 1,000 daggers stabbing into you. And it's true because those words last and they brew in your mind over and over and over again. People with depression, anxiety, they experience this all the time. I don't have depression or anxiety, but yet I was experiencing some of their symptoms.
Right.
Because of these words. And so as a 19-year-old, it absolutely crumbled me. I started getting on drugs. I was with a girl every second night just to fill this void inside of me. I don't trust anyone. I didn't trust anyone. Before I knew it, I was on the side of a road sleeping in LA or sleeping on someone's balcony. And then eventually a friend of mine's like, yo, are you sleeping on my balcony? I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to say anything. And he's like, dude, why didn't you just knock on my door? And I ended up sleeping on a couch for 2 years. And this was in 2014. So 2 years after X Factor, I ended up, I spent like a month and a half sleeping on the side of a road. And then eventually about 2 years from 2014 to about 2016, I was on a couch. And then in 2017, I got a phone call from Coldplay and things just absolutely rechanged. But that call didn't happen until after I looked at myself in that mirror and said to myself, yo, what happened to that boy who had balls in Iraq? What happened to the kid who can fight and survive? You need to survive this. Not for yourself, but for every single person who's experienced some kind of discrimination or letdown or bullying or destroyment of their self-esteem. You need to fight this for them and take on any weight that gets put on your shoulders, because this is your purpose. This is my purpose. And I saw that, and I the next day I asked that first question, Emmanuel, is it any of your business what anyone thinks of you? And when I asked that question and I answered the words no, it's only my business for myself, that's when things get shifted. And sickness faster, a year later, and I get some remarks for one, it was nuts. Things just, and I think your mindset plays a huge part in the manifestation of your beliefs and dreams and your vision of what you want. And it may not happen the way you'd like to see it happen, but bloody hell would happen.
Right.
And things will, and if it's not enough, then settle. Just keep fighting, keep becoming better. And that's but also remember to embrace those little exciting moments, because otherwise you'll end up 70-year-old man or woman never happy, because you're always wanting to be better. Always, and that's not fair on yourself and on the people around you as well.
Right. Exactly. Now, I'm getting some bad feedback from you.
Yeah, I am too. Hang on, let me see what's going on here. A second. Give me 1 second. I gotta see what's happening with my computer. It doesn't seem to be done. Give me 1 second.
Okay. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Vibe Show 97.9. Man, we are in here with my special guest, the one and only Emmanuel Kelly, man. Wow, Emmanuel Kelly also releases new music video, Never Alone, featuring Demi Lovato, Terrence Howard, and Chris Martin, man. Produced by Kano Sold and directed by Henry Finn. Definitely a must see. Wow. Get this connection together, man. This is just an amazing story. It really is. It just goes to show you how throughout adversity, man, you still can make it. You still could, like he said, everybody has an ability, and I love that. Everybody does have an ability, man. You know what I mean? Emmanuel, he's going to come back in. I think he's going to try to reconnect and come back in. Look, let's go on and get into a little bit of that Sia Amun, man. Be there. That was that Sia Moon. Be there. Back at the Vibe Show 97.9. Listen, man. We waiting on Emmanuel Kelly to join us again on the show. We had a bad connection. Man, this guy's story is so amazing. We're waiting on him to get back connected to the show. But he's been on the recently on the Kelly Clarkson show. Had an interview on there, performance with Coldplay. Also, he got that Never Alone music video out right now. You definitely want to go and check that out. Definitely got some huge features on there. Let's see here on that joint there. Hold up here. Let's see. Yeah, you know, he actually got it, and it's already out already, featuring Demi Lovato, Terrence Howard, and Chris Martin. Definitely huge. Just to say, a very huge single, Never Alone, and music video as well. Also, too, let's see. Look like he's coming back in now. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Let's get it back in here. And we're back with my special guest, the one and only Emmanuel Kelly. What we looking like, buddy?
Yeah. You thought, man, is that okay? Does that?
I think that's a little better. You kind of got a little slight stagnant, a little bit, got a little delay there. Okay, wait a minute. What you just did?
There we go. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. The charger on the battery is working better now.
All right.
Put these back on. That was the issue. So here's a trick that everyone should know. If you are using a laptop and your charger is not, it's not actually charging the battery, then your sound seems to be playing up. So anyways, I'm back.
Really? What my special guest, man? Yo, technical difficulties, man. We go through these things, but you know what? We always prevail. Now, man,
we do.
I gotta ask you, because I saw the video, man. Amazing. How did you? You know, this is a you got some big features on here, man. You know, how did this all come together? You got Demi Lovato, Terrence Howard, and Chris Martin. I mean, let's talk about this, man. This is huge.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And I'm gonna announce something on your show as well today, which will be pretty cool. But no, man, I don't know. You know, I met Terrence at the Forrest Whitaker Gala last year, sports, you know, children in Africa and whatnot. And Terrence was there, and we just bonded, man. I mean, he's a cool guy. He's an absolute legend. He's got a good soul, and he's doing some amazing things, you know, with the universe and trying to show the world that, you know, he's also a good person, just like everyone else, you know, and you know, we just bonded over that, and it was cool. I mean, he's a cool guy. We had a few drinks, and it was fun. Chris is my mentor and producer, and Demi, I actually have never met Demi. She's amazing though, but we were connected through Chris, and it was amazing. You know, I knew that in order to get this video made, so, you know, about 6 months ago, the management, the label that I was with, they're saying, Emmanuel, you got to get a video out. You got to get a video out. You got to get a video out. And right. I said, I'll do my best. You know, I'll try and make it happen and all this sort of stuff. And so, you know, I pushed on it and pushed and pushed and pushed, but I just couldn't get, you know, I couldn't get the right things together. So I said, I want to hold off on the video for the next year. And they're like, you're crazy. You shouldn't do that. I go, I'm telling you, there's going to be a time when the world needs a video like what I want to do. And they're like, what's the video you want to do? I explained them. And I said, there's going to be a time when the world needs this. And they said, okay, well, you know, it's up to you if you want to hold it off that long. So come January, they're saying, are you ready? I go, no, I'm not ready. It's not happening. I said, I'm going to do this, or it's going to be released around March, April. And they're like, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm telling you, March, April is the time. The world's going to need to know that they're not alone, and they're going to need to hear it from their favorite friends, celebrities, and your next door neighbor, right?
Right.
And the design of the video is to incorporate, like, kind of encompass your next door neighbor and your general, your Joe Blow, right? Along with celebs, right? And to show that there's no difference there, but most of all, that you're never alone.
Right.
And during this time of crisis where there's depression and anxiety that are soaring, this video is a message that no matter how alone you feel, there's always a light at the end of that darkness. And there's always a light, even if it's the tiniest little light, amongst the dark, right? Amongst the craziness and the wildness and the darkness in this world that we're experiencing right now. And so, from January, I started making calls, and I knew that I needed 3 big celebs. And so the 3 that signed on immediately was Terrence, Chris, and J.K. Simmons.
Right.
And then when they signed on, it was kind of just a ripple effect, man.
Right.
We were in New York, and I was at a radio station there in New York, and Royce the 5'9" was there, and I just went up to him and I said, "Listen, man, you don't know who I am. You probably don't care, but if you do, you should." I said, "You probably don't know who I am, but you should. So start learning."
Right.
And I'm like, "I'm Emmanuel." And I told him a little bit of my story, and he's like, "This is amazing." And I said, "I want you in my music video because I think you're an exceptional human being as well. And the message that you kind of encompassed today in your interview was powerful, and the world needs to hear it." So, I grabbed him in that spot, and it kind of it rippled from there. Demi then, saw Chris's message, and she jumped on board in a heartbeat, and Elizabeth Moss, and it just rippled, man. It was incredible, and it's exciting. And and the idea of this video as well wasn't for it, to get, we didn't go out there and chuck tons of promotions and have people post and tweet, and it wasn't, it'd be nice for it to grow and hit everyone around the world, but the idea of it wasn't for it to be, this giant, massive, crazy, scheme of, because I didn't want it to also look like, we're just trying to feed off COVID, because that's not what we were doing. And I didn't want it to, seem like this was just a marketing thing. It was something that meant a lot to me, and I didn't care whether it got 5,000 views or a billion views on YouTube. All I cared was that I'm putting a message in this world out, and in this moment of need, this will go to the people that need it the most. The people that need it the most will see this video in the time that they need it the most. And so that was kind of the whole premise of getting this video at the time. So it's exciting, man. It's good people, man. It's nuts.
It's a big deal, man. We're not gonna downplay this thing, man. It's a big deal, my brother. I feel what you're saying. I like that, man. You're really humble, brother. I love that, man. But this is a big deal. The video is amazing. I love it. The energy, the message, just everything, man. Like,
I'll be honest. I'll be honest, man. Thank you, Cannon. I'll be honest, man. Can I call you K?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sweet. All right. It's amazing, man. I mean, who knew that this boy from a war zone in Iraq ends up doing a music video with some of the biggest stars in the world?
Exactly.
I mean, it certainly was a really humble and whilst at the same time proud achievement of mine. I mean, I sat down the day it was released, and I looked at myself, and I kind of filmed myself saying, kind of crying a little bit. By the way, it takes a real man to cry.
Absolutely.
But I cried, man, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I said, "You did it, bro. If this is the only thing you achieve in your music career, then this is a proud achievement right here. You should be proud of yourself." And like I said, it's those big, small things. My mom always has this saying. Mother Teresa, she's a saint. I mean, everyone knows who she is, right? But Mother Teresa had this saying, I think it was, little things in small ways. Sorry, little things in big ways. And to a lot of people, to Chris, this was a little thing for him just to do a quick video. But what he didn't realize was it was a big, big, big thing to so many people around the world. And to me. So, you know, I want people to always remember that. Sometimes doing those little things that you think aren't big, guaranteed they're big to someone.
Absolutely. Now, this picture is absolutely dope, man. I love this. And I also I love this brand.
Yeah.
This branding right here. I'm trying to get it in there. Yeah.
There it is. I'm wearing it, baby.
Hey man, I love that.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yeah, definitely. I know I know it's an EK, right?
It's EK, yeah. But if you look at it really, really carefully, I'm going to come real close to the thing. There we go. Check out my chest. Open it up. No, hulking out here. So if you look at the EK right now, right? Okay. So in the middle of the E, you know, what finishes off the E is, if you look really carefully, is a box.
Oh, wow.
Right. So I was found in a box in a battlefield. That is what's really cool. See this symbol, this symbol right here?
Yeah.
That essentially is a reverse smaller than sign. So what it is it's a greater, so it turns into a greater than sign. So mathematically, this with the box leading into that, so the box kind of makes that up, and that in itself is a greater than sign.
Wow.
So I've gone from small, being in a box on a battlefield, to becoming as great as I can be and continuing that journey.
What?
And so that was kind of the messaging behind that, right?
That's dope, man. Hey,
so
man, I gotta give me one of those shirts, man.
I'll send you one, man. I'll send you one. Send me your address. We'll get you a bunch. Yeah. And if you want, we should do some kind of. We should have done a competition.
Giveaway. Look, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back. You're gonna come back. You're gonna be able to come back.
Come back. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway.
We're gonna do a huge giveaway. Man, we could have did the video release, the whole. We're gonna set this thing up.
Next song comes out next month. So next song.
Yes.
Let's do it. But just a really quick thing as well is this symbol, the idea of this is anyone that wears it feels like they're at home and they can achieve anything great. Right? So this whole symbol is to represent your journey as well. It's not just about me, it's about everyone. And here's a catch. Here's a catch to this. My slogan is everyone can. We can all do whatever we choose to do.
Yeah. I love that, man.
Everyone can.
Wow.
Everyone can. If I can do it, so can you.
Wow.
So that's kind of the thing. So the idea of this is we're making it a whole inclusion line and inclusion wearing and like color inclusion and physical inclusion and all this sort of stuff. And look, you could get colors that suit you at Nike or at Zara and whatever it is, right? There's no doubt about it. But the vision behind this is to show that even though you can get that over there, that's fine, but they don't tailor it for that reason. We're here to tailor it for you, and we want to be just that option. So it's a whole, there's a whole vision around it, but right now it's just very basic, and it's a message to we can all be as great as we choose to be, and remember that if you can do it, if I can do it, so can you.
You know what's so dope about that, man? Because like you said, it fits. It's so needed in this climate that we're living in right now. And being that we're which set up my next question. I love interview. You're like the greatest, you know what I'm saying? Greatest guest ever. You just set up my next question so perfect.
I love it.
With everything that's been going on, and it's been massively crazy, and still crazy right now. How has it impacted you? Because like you've already, you're passionate and already have had difficulties that you had to conquer, being set apart and you know what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
with everything that's going on right now in the world with, you know, racial injustice and people getting killed and protesting and all this stuff, how has it impacted you on a personal level, and how has it impacted you as an creative artist as well?
So, first off, racial injustice is disgusting. The fact that it happens is terrible, and the fact that there is this injustice is happening in this world, it shouldn't be. It's horrible that it happens, and it's wrong in many ways and forms. Right? This is 2021, for goodness sake. Like 2021. We're around the corner, right?
Right.
And we still haven't figured out how to be good to one another. I mean, come on, right?
Right.
So first of all, that's terrible. Second of all, what's happening in our world right now, and this is my belief, right, is we're in a crisis of how do we find inclusion. And so I use my hand as a great example. I feel like my hand was created for this, right? Inclusion isn't, hey, let's just focus on Arabs over here, or Mexicans, or blacks, or whites, or whatever it is, okay?
Right.
Inclusion is this, literally just coming together. And so as a society, we need to figure out, instead of just focusing on one race and the other race and differently abled, we need to find a way to focus on all races at once, okay?
Right. Right.
And find what's wrong. Genuinely, what's wrong right now in our society isn't necessarily just race. It's the fact that we, as a human being, as human species, don't embrace one another and each other's looks and things like that. Because of the TV that we watch, we have to look a certain way, or act a certain way, or films, you know, whatever it is, we have to wear makeup in order to look good, right? And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup, right?
Right.
But the reality is, if you believe that you need to wear makeup, or you need to wear something, or you need to be something, or you need to change the color of your skin in order to feel accepted, that's when things get wrong. And that's when things get misconstrued. Okay, so for me, as a person, I've experienced more discrimination now than I actually did back even when I first started in this industry, right? Because everyone's trying to get their little piece in instead of figuring out where we're like just coming together. So I'm a kid with a disability, okay? There's no doubt about it. I call it that I'm differently able, okay? What people don't realize is differently abled are the number one discriminated, I guess, crew in the world, right? They're, and the reason for that is because, and they're forgotten as well. No one realizes. But in the disability kind of sector, you got blacks, Mexicans, Asians, Arabs, you got African, you got every race, every religion, every culture in one race.
Right. Right.
So maybe there's the ticket to trying to find full inclusion in our world, right? Maybe we just need to find a minority group that encompasses every minority group, right? In order to come together and work together. Okay. I don't know the answer, but it's affected me in a way that I think I'm not getting signed. I'm finding it difficult to get record deals and things like that. And I've got to go out on my own and do things. But at the same time, it's actually made me more driven to find an answer, right? And to find a way to just bring people together again and work together as one. It doesn't matter whether you're Asian, you know, Arab, African. It doesn't matter where you're from, what religion, creed, color you are. We are all, at the end of the day, share blood, and we will all bleed and potentially, unless technology advances in the next 10 years, die. Okay? That's the reality. Right? So we need to remember, even though we are all different and we need to embrace everyone's differences, in order to embrace everyone's differences, we need to start embracing our own differences, because we treat others the way we treat ourselves. That has been a message that has been true for eons now, for ages and ages. We've realized that. So we need to start focusing on building a self-esteem level And that has to come through television shows we watch, music we write. My entire album is about self-love. And yeah, it's cool and it's vibey and it's different, but it's all about self-love, right? If you look at the words, it's all about self-love and realizing your true potential and all this sort of stuff. And I think if we start focusing on that, dude, things could be incredible. We could be really living in a completely different society. So it's affected me, but it hasn't affected me in a way that's destroyed my confidence. I think if I was 19, sure, but it hasn't. I mean, it's just made me more determined. I'm right. I mean, I can't say too much about this, but right now I'm doing something and starting up something that specifically focuses on creating inclusion within the entertainment industry. That's all I can say.
Oh man.
And we got again.
Count me in, man. Count me in.
And you know, Neo and a bunch of people that are all
man. Count me in, man. Count me in.
You're in, bro. We're getting you in. We're getting you in.
I got it. I know it's gonna be dope.
We'll do a big interview and a big reveal.
Yeah. Even if I got to come out there where you at, man, we do a live and do it live on set.
Come to Utah.
Yeah, man, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
That's awesome. Man.
So now let's get some shout outs real quick, man. Let's give some roses to the people that you love, your staff, your crew, man, the people that's very dear to you. Let's go on and show these people some love, man.
Yeah. No, I wanna send some love out to obviously Kelly, my publicist. She's incredible and has done some amazing things. There's this there's a fan on YouTube, on my Instagram actually, and I'm gonna get you her name because she is an epic fan. She's always supporting me. Wow. And I wanna really make a shout out to her because I think it would be amazing. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna get her name because I didn't know we were gonna do this.
Absolutely.
But while I'm getting her name, I want to make a shout out to Dominic Carms, who's my partner in working this thing that I was just telling you about inclusion. Big shout out to Chris Martin, who's my mentor and exceptional person and brother. Dr. Habib Sadeghi, who introduced me to him, my management, Karan Thomas, he's awesome. And just to everyone in this world who have supported me and guided me on this journey. My mum, she's amazing. Even though she told me that for a long time that I should give up on this industry. If anything, that just made me more determined. But no, I think just everyone that's been amazing. And obviously you guys, man, a huge shout out to yourself. Kano Debt. Wait, how do I say it?
Kano. Let's get it. Come on. Kano.
Kano.
Don.
Canada Don.
There you go, right there.
Canada Don. That's so cool. And a big shout out to just yourselves and Vibe 97.9. You guys are amazing. Thanks for having me on. And the guys that helped me create this brand as well, Greg Ryder and Launchcart, which is amazing. I got a store on there. So if anyone wants to create their own store, it takes 60 seconds to create your own store. So just on that. So yeah, big shout out to those guys, and make sure you guys check out my new single and my song, and keep an eye out for my reality show, which comes out in the next couple months.
Oh man, the surprises just don't stop, man. Wow.
So I thought I'd just throw that in there.
Looking forward to that, man. That's gonna be definitely a treat. So we got the new reality show coming. I know we got more music that's gonna be coming as well.
There's tons more music coming out.
Wow. So right now, they can go, and where can they go and get the merch from? They can go to
they can just go to my website. Jump onto my website, Emmanuel Kelly music.com. And you just jump on EmmanuelKellyMusic.com and go to shop, and it'll take you straight to my store, which will be on Launchcart. But you can jump on that store and check out my stuff. And then my music's on Spotify, YouTube.
All platforms. You everywhere.
Check it out.
All
check out the video. I don't mind if you don't stream it. I don't mind if you don't go to Spotify. I mean, I'd love you to all go to Spotify, but I really want people to check out that video because that video is super powerful. It'll help you have
They trust me, you will not be disappointed. That the video is super dope. Also, the remix was by what? Paul
Oakenfold. Yeah, so shout out to Paul and Varun. Paul's an interesting character, man. He's an absolute. He's gonna be making an appearance on the show, man. I've never met someone his age that knows how to party better than someone my age. I mean, that man knows it. He is legendary.
What?
The legendary. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, the man knows how to party. He will show you a good time. What? There's no doubt about it.
I gotta meet him, man.
Oh yeah, he's a wild cat, but I mean he's the godfather of parties and DJ music and whatnot. So of course he's gonna know how to do it.
Right.
But check out Paul Oakenfold as well. I mean he's the guy that remixed it, so he's amazing and his kind of I guess the guy that he's mentoring and helping create some music. Varun, his kind of sidekick and whatnot. They're the ones that did it. So check it out.
Wow, man. Man, listen, cannot wait to get you back on here again, man. Like this is just, I just super enjoyed myself. Like you're so full of energy, man. Just we need that good energy out here, man. Let's put the social platforms out there too in ways that people can actually keep up and get connected with you.
Yeah, the Emmanuel Kelly is my Instagram, and it's or you could just literally type in EK and it should find me. But Emmanuel Kelly is my Instagram. EK Nada. Nada, by the way, stands for natural antidepressant. So I'm a big believer that my attitude to life and whatnot is a natural antidepressant, and I think it has the ability, obviously, with people that are clinical and are diagnosed with clinical depression, natural antidepressant ain't going to work for you. You got to get some meds in you, and a doctor. But those that are just having a down day, nada, just listen to happy music, listen to my music. It'll make you happy, I'm sure of it. So EK Nada is my Facebook. EK Nada is my Instagram, my Twitter, and then EK is my YouTube. Just look at EK and you'll find me.
Man. Never Alone, out now, available on all platforms, man. Y'all stop playing games and get connected, man, and check out, just get connected to the amazingness, man, of this guy right here. Listen, again, I want to thank you so much, man, for allowing us this amazing opportunity. And for me, the Vibe team, eSource, man, we just plug star. We want to thank you so much, man, and we cannot wait to get you back on here. And we wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing right now and everything that you're going to be doing in the future, my brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Appreciate Vibe. Canadone. Wait, no, I did it wrong again. Canadadan.
There you go. That's my guy right there, man.
Canadone, Vibe, and Jacqueline Yvette PR. I probably should promote them. I'm assuming they posted like crazy about you guys tonight.
That's my vice president. That's my vice president.
Hey, all right. Big love. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. Until next time, my brother, listen, make sure that you be safe. I'm going to hit you up in the DM, man, so I can see you the sizes, man. I would love to get one of those shirts and promote those shirts as well for you too, man. I love what they stand for.
We'll get you a whole set, hats, shirts, the whole package. All right.
Absolutely.
We'll talk offline.
I'm gonna hit you up, man. It's the Vibe Show 97.9 with my special guest, the one and only Emmanuel Kelly. Man, we love you, man. Be safe, man.
You guys, God bless. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Absolutely. That was my special guest, the one and only Emmanuel Kelly, man. You gotta love that guy, man. I'm telling you, that's my new best friend, man. A lot of amazing things going on in the world. I'm telling you, you just gotta stay connected to the vibe, man. We deliver it to you hands on. Amazing. We're gonna get Emmanuel back on here though, because man, we're gonna need to do him in chapters, man, because he got so much stuff going on, man, keeping us in the loop. Look, y'all make sure that y'all go and follow him right now on Instagram, and that is the Emmanuel Kelly. Also, Never Alone music video, man. Y'all make sure y'all get connected. That is featuring Demi Lovato, Terrence Howard, and Chris Martin. Y'all get connected, man. It's streaming right now. Go run it up on Spotify. I'm gonna get that. I need to get that over there. So we need to get that on the Vibe Show so we can keep that in heavy rotation, man. Also, y'all make sure y'all log on right now to the Vibe Show official radio station website, man, for the latest updates and news on everything. That's www.thevibeshow979.net. Make sure y'all get connected. Also, rush over to the App Store, man, and download that official Vibe Show 97.9 mobile app. Yes, we are in the App Store. Android for right now, and we're working our way into the Apple Store as well. Don't play games with us. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. I love y'all. Y'all know my slogan: peace, love, and blessings to everybody. Y'all stay blessed, stay safe. Put your mask on. Keep your hands clean. It's the Vibe Show. I'm out.